evening, YouTube. What's going on, everybody? Yeah, that's a pretty cool logo you're looking at right here. So we are taking a quick gander at my Father's Day present. Yeah, wifey did it up right, and it was a big surprise. Shipped it in, had the custom logo put on the top. If you guys are ever thinking about, so this is the one that, so Yeti also does these with the metal handle. The Arctics RTIC actually hold more cans than the Yetis. These things are an amazing feat of engineering and science. This will hold 24 cans. No, 18 cans? Oh, something like that. It holds a whole lot more than the Yetis do. It has a nice, like actual refrigerator gasket up here. 2-inch insulation all the way around. This is a ice pack that I've had. I put this in at like 5:30 this morning, and these beers are like refrigerator cold. So this thing does amazing work. You feel the sides, it's frigid. I love this cooler. I've had it for only like a couple weeks. It's absolutely amazing. So we are at Monroe Morphs. This is the hatchling wall. So if you recognize these racks, these are the same racks that we have at our place. Dan up-one us here a little bit, if that's even a word, and built himself some casters and put it up on a mobile platform. And then over here, you can see he's got all his shipping gear, extra bins for cleaning tubs, and then his adult, big females, and then all his males and average size girls. So the whole point of tonight is to really kind of just hang out here a little bit. What's going on, Lou Balls? Welcome. Juan Hernandez, welcome. For all you guys that were on early, I completely apologize that I did not see you and shout you out. I was trying, what's up, Ball Python 9? I was trying to get this thing going on the Wi-Fi here. It just did not work. So I am streaming on my data plan, which is okay because it's unlimited, so we're not worrying about it. What's up, Matt? Welcome, and thanks for joining us last night. It was a lot of fun cutting eggs, even though I swung and a miss yet again. So we're drinking a few things tonight. We got some Sour Monkey, which we've gotten into. Balls and Strikes, what's going on? We've gotten into that before. That's like a big 9%er, 9.5%er. You can see right down there. Feral King, we touched a little bit of that last night. That was a pretty good beer. And this was, again, this is an 8%er, so just right into the double IPA realm from Relic, right down the street in Plainville, Connecticut. They do some fantastic stuff, and that was donated by Baller's Garage. And then the can I don't have because it's upstairs is Bowl Cut from Kingsman, which is out of Plantsville, Connecticut. So I was there this afternoon. So cheers to you guys, and thanks for joining again. This is day 2 in a row. Yeah, slow to the drink, and cheers. All right. So tonight is, there's no egg cuttings. Dan went back and looked at his schedule, which we were possibly going to do. Cheers, Blue Balls. But it's just a little too far of a stretch. Cheers, Juan. Thank you very much. Just too much of a stretch to go ahead and cut those way too early. So instead, what we're going to do is we're just going to take a look at some of the clutches that have popped out here, some of the stuff he's got going on. And I'm telling you, Matt's also having a Sour Monkey. Is it the triple, though? That's the question, which tends to be the only thing on the shelf nowadays. So more than likely, it is a triple. So we're going to look at some of these hatchlings that have come out here. There's still some to shed. We can look at them. They're not going to look their best, but man, there's some amazing stuff. And we're going to see what else is on the rack here. And then anything else that you have that you want to share with us, kind of how we do this like open forum thing here. Cool. So wherever you want to start, brother.
In the beginning.
In the beginning, there was man.
Okay. So last time we were here, we went over the pieds and the clowns and stuff. So that's kind of where we left off. Could pull those out maybe after or whatever. Some of the stuff that's hatched out recently, that's already starting to eat, everything like that. Some will be available. Some is definitely holdbacks. I did a.
What's going on, Mason?
Super fly to a pastel orange dream yellow belly. And
so for people that may not know what a
Superfly is a super pastel fire, so everything in the clutch will be pastel. There will be no normals.
Yep.
And as for the fire, the OD, the yellow belly, there's just a lot of brightness.
Yeah.
So trying to ID them, they'll take a couple more sheds to color up and make it
some eels, get some weight on them. Yeah.
Yeah. They all look great. It's just there's a lot going on.
All right. Well, let's see some of the craziness. I guess. I mean, that's always a great place to start.
Pole you talk about?
Either or. You know where to pull.
Do you know? Yeah. Do you know where you're starting from?
I'll start and work my way down.
So actually,
Juan wanted to see the clown that you posted today, so let's not lose track of that.
Okay.
What's going on, Leon? Welcome back, brother. Just taking a look at some stuff going on over here. Dan is a couple towns over from us here.
So that, to the best I can ID it, is going to be a clown blade, clown enchy pin, and the question if there's blade. It's so hard because it really does look like Dad, and it's just so clean. Where
Leon's still high from yesterday.
That's your
Thanks, Juan.
man.
We appreciate that, man.
What blade would do? Would it make it even cleaner, or would it kind of look like this? So
Yeah, Sheila says very pretty.
definitely one of the favorites of this season.
Thanks, Sheila. Yeah, this is a powerhouse. NG pin clowns by themselves. Yeah, so pretty for sure, Melina. And if this proves out to have blade, like, dude, you've killed it. Now, for me, I look at this animal, and again, I love Orange Dream, so I'm kind of like half related to Ozzy, believe it or not, because I like Orange Dream so much. I just see Orange Dream laying over this.
Oh yeah.
Maybe some fire over this, some yellow belly, and just blow the snot off of it. And then, kind of bring it back, kind of like Justin did, maybe put some chocolate or black pastel or something really dark in it as well. But yeah, that's a great looking animal.
For sure.
That's a nice clown.
Nice.
Woo!
Okay.
Fire!
So we'll start here.
For sale?
Which one?
The one you just had out?
Oh no.
Is it a boy or a girl?
That one's a girl.
That's a girl.
So that's the first one out, and these are all very hissy, as we were checking them out a minute ago. So again, very bright, very orange. I would say possibly the OD in this one, but again, it's just tough.
I agree with that though. I've already had.
Just really the orange. It almost looks yellow, based on my TV at least.
Until I come back over here, like, cause on my screen I'm seeing orange like mad, and
You get a little bit on the.
I'm telling you, like, I've had the advantage of looking at the other snakes in the clutch, and they don't look like this. They're definitely yellow. This one is definitely orange. There's definitely OD in this.
See if there's a comparison.
Do some contrast.
Okay, so that helps. And what do you say that is that you just put on the table?
Superfly, which super pastel fire. I don't think the OD or the yellow belly are in this one based on the other ones to add to the mix. This clutch really turned out with all but two having a super, basically. Oh yeah, there's definitely contrast now.
Ball Python's 9 scenes OD on the left. And I agree with you, man. I do too. It's just the color, the stark color difference is crazy. Yeah, you can clearly see that. At least in the camera that I'm shooting with.
So keep that one out for a minute. Try to keep track of all of them.
About 50 away from giveaway. Yes, sir. It's the slowest and steadiest race of all time.
So this is where they start looking alike and looking different at the same time.
Yeah, so now you're really looking for like little nuances. Like I look at this head stamp and it really washes out toward the back. I come over here. We still got pretty good color contrast there. So my eye says there's probably something different there. Thanks, Bronx. You got a quad fire going on there from Bronx Balls,
Okay.
or Bronx Ball Pythons. What's going on, Trade Winds? Welcome. We were over at Monroe Morphs and checking out some updates on some animals that have, we were over here earlier and cut some eggs and saw some animals. So this is kind of like a little follow-up live that we're doing to see some of these. And again,
Get a little busy
right
now.
there, you can still see a big difference. You know, you come in and you look at this head, you know, it's kind of broken up. You get some good contrast. And then you come back here, you know, solid lines. There is a little difference there. That's a good look at both of them. Decent blushing, really good. Looks nice and white, but then you come over here and it's just off the chain. So, you know, the challenge over the next week, 2 weeks, 2 or 3 sheds or whatever is going to be figuring out what that difference is. Yeah, this clutch was pretty crazy. And what was the pairing again for some of the people that just came in?
So this was a super pastel fire.
Yeah, Mason, they are.
A pastel orange dream yellow belly.
Yeah, so a lot of super pastels here. And yeah, Mason, we pulled these guys out earlier and went through and just confirmed sexed these animals. And they all had a little tood going on. Thanks, Bronx. Appreciate that. So again, what's up, Modern? Welcome. Good to see you on here. Again, we look at these head stamps, and you know I'm seeing super pastel there. I'm seeing probably either firefly or super pastel fire over here. As a minimum, you look at the yellows. In these two animals, they're a little bit different. Definitely some more stark color in yellow on your right. Oh yeah, these guys are definitely going to be good eaters. The left is a little bit busier too, so I'm already suspected there's yellow belly in the left, so maybe a super pastel yellow belly. If we took a look at the belly, we might be able to see some hints of that if we don't get bit.
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, it wouldn't be a good video if somebody didn't get bit.
Nothing on this one. Really?
Yeah, no, that's a struggle, and that's what happens sometimes with them. The super pastel stuff starts washing everything out.
Man, you are so iffy about getting bit, huh?
So are
I
you.
just choose not.
You are, dude. You jump out your skin all the time. It's ridiculous. If there was a snake hook small enough for hatchlings, you would have one.
No, I wouldn't. I don't even have a
So
snake.
this
hook for my
one
boas.
is not super.
What are we suspecting
So
here?
this one would be pastel orange dream
Yep.
fire.
And no pied in the mix.
None known.
All right. So with that said, and you know that there's OD in the mix,
Well-
if we can,
I'll speak on that in a minute about the pie. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, if Dan kind of stretches that out a little bit, so we can look at the belly and like kind of down by the tail. They're not sea serpent racks. We'll tell you what those are in here in a second. So you kind of get a lot of this similar tracking along the belly. You can see it a lot down. Yeah, she's not compliant. Like kind of down here on the belly. This is indicative of OD. OD likes to do this. I've produced a few clutches this year and really got a good feel of what kind of Orange Dream brings into the mix. So that animal I believe to be Orange Dream just based on all those tracks that are putting down there. These racks are, I guess you could say they're taking after sea serpents. So basically Miguel at Always Evolving Pythons has a, yeah, big shout out to Miguel at Always Evolving Pythons. And he had a stack of these racks in his room. And I was like, damn, those are nice. And it fits a lot of animals. It'll look good. And I reached out to Sea Serpents, priced them out. And at the same time, I had a customer that was buying animals from us. And he was saying, hey, you know, I used to make speaker boxes. I'm thinking of making racks. You know, would you give me a go? I'm like, well, if it makes sense. So we ended up working out a deal, and that was Baller's Garage. So Dave from Baller's Garage built these. So he built these 5 that you see here and the 5 at our place to get going. We additionally contracted him to build the 2 55 tub racks. So the big female racks at our place that the tubs came from Freedom Breeder. So he was contracted to do that. And I am about to pull the trigger on doing a 48 tub 50 series rack from him. That just kind of makes sense. They are. There's 5 individual towers here, and they're just kind of placed on a. Are they screwed together or mounted together, or they're just resting on there?
They're not screwed together. They are
Okay.
loose.
Yep.
2 Herbstat 6s running bottom, top. And that's just a personal choice.
Yeah. Do you have access to comments to see if somebody just said something about another tub from or a rack system from
It
Dave?
says I got a, that was from Melina. I've got a couple from Dave and getting another soon. They're awesome.
Yeah, and they work great. So the ones that we're looking at here, at least at our place, the temperature variance from the top to the bottom was about a half a degree. So for me, it just doesn't get much better than that. So they hold temp well, they hold humidity well. I'm super pleased with them. And as you can see, Dan's gone the extra route here with these V15s as opposed to the V18s. So you can get a third more tubs in here. So we're thinking about doing the same thing, maybe clearing out a whole rack and putting all V15s over here, so you get a third more the animals. So for the really
Be
small
out
ones.
of space, so.
Yeah, you got to do something, right?
The Leon was asking what's in the tanks to the left.
We'll show off this animal and then maybe take a detour over yonder.
So I said I'd go back to this animal. This is something that worked out.
Thanks, Hetco. Appreciate it.
Jim brought up in one of his previous videos about not playing around with certain pairings when there's recessives and stuff in the mix, and that's absolutely a key thing not to do, because if you can produce normals and whatever, you don't know what it's going to be. This was an accident where the female only locked twice this season. The tag fell off the tub, so the rest of that clutch, or pretty confident the rest of that clutch, is going to be a Superfly to a pastel orange dream yellow belly because of what came out. This one, on the other hand, there's no fire on the other side. There was a fire male that went in. That was a fire male, 100% het for pied, 100% het for Xantic. So this
Mason says that's a funny shirt.
This worked out where clearly there's a super fire. There's going to be pastel in this, and you know it's a 50% the double het for Xantic and pied. Everything else coming out the way it did. I don't see any fireflies. I don't see anything that would stand out to go to this male. So this was one male, and the rest of the clutch was another male.
And so what do we got here?
Super pastel. Super fire pastel. 50% het pied, 50% het Xantic VPI line, and this is a boy.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. It is stark white.
Yeah.
Exactly, Juan. You know, there's a lot of, we'll say, for the lack of better words, shaming on white snakes. But I will say, I like a white snake, but the same
Great
thing.
song.
How can you tell that it's pastel? Yeah, White Snake, great band. But the same thing too is if you're going into a big clutch or an epic clutch, and you happen to hit a white snake, you're just kind of gutted because yeah, it looks great, but if that animal is solid white and it has cypress and voodoo and sugar and like all kinds of craziness in there, you're like, oh, are you kidding me? Like a cypress hurricane, voodoo, sugar, you wouldn't even know it because it's masked by, a couple, doses of fire. So white snakes are nice. They sell good. But if you're breeding to build your collection, yeah, that's a tough pairing because you could have, the best stacked animal, but you can't see it. And when rack space is limited, do you keep it or do you sell it?
I was in that position this past year where, again, I work with the Shredder Project, and mine has butter in it, so it's on the Bell complex. It works well in that complex. Mojave's great. Russo was a new one this year, and I did the pairing because I played the odds. I did get a couple Shredder Russos, but at the same time I got white snakes, and I did the black light trick and everything, trying to see if I could see pattern and whatnot, and I sold them as possibles because you have a white snake that there's no guarantee that gene will be there.
Exactly.
For this particular case, how do I know there's pastel in it? It's a super pastel fire bred to another fire. So the pastel, I know I said it again, huh?
No, it's Leon.
Okay, I can only imagine. So
That's a song.
Pastel.
That's a song. You want to sing it for us?
Nah.
No, okay.
There is pastel in it.
Ball Python's 9 says always sell. Buy more.
So
That's a good motto.
okay, we'll detour quick for
Yeah. So a couple of you guys wanted to see what was in the tanks. Maybe you can wrangle one or two out of there without getting bit.
I don't want to come out, but let's see. Whack. Yeah, well, it's small enough. It'd be like getting bit by you.
Short body, short teeth.
Come on, let go of your branch.
Not interested.
You don't want to pull the decorations out?
I can't. There we go.
You can go.
All right. So this is the male. There's a female in there as well. This is a bredli carpet python. Depending who you talk to, I understand this. This is considered not a true carpet python, but still classified as such. These are also 100% het for genetic stripe and het for stonewash. Stonewash, when it comes to this species, is considered their pied. It doesn't work the same like ball pythons, where it's got the banding of the white and everything. Instead, their bellies will become a cream white, and all the black edging will be super black, and it'll add color to it. They'll look much more red. Don't ask me the correct term for this. Look it up. Basically, the difference with carpet pythons and ball pythons look their best when they're born, and depending on the genes, they will change over time. Carpet pythons...
He won't sit still. I can't get him in. But I'm trying to get the head in focus.
They don't stop. Carpet pythons will change with age, and they'll get better. Consider it like the orange dream when it comes to the effect. They will get more that brick red, more contrast, and so forth.
Yeah, and for a couple of you guys that say you miss your carpet, like I've never had a carpet, but we came over here a couple 3 weeks ago, and I had a chance to hold these guys, and there's just something that's a little bit different than holding a ball python. These guys kind of look at you and start thinking a little bit. Maybe not quite like a retic, but it's definitely different.
They do not miss meals.
Yeah, these like trash cans.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. You have a similar problem in your room that I have in mine when we shoot lives.
So for people to understand right now, it is currently 86 upper temp.
And what's the top? What's that top number? Is that a 78% humidity?
Humidity.
Huh.
And bottom.
Yeah, that's what we're dealing with right now.
Bottom is 84 with 77.
Bottom of the rack. I need to lay on the floor. That's the problem.
The tile's nice and cool.
Yeah. You can see what we go through when we shoot lives. It's craziness.
And I have no
Whew.
and I have no blue towels here to pat him on the forehead.
Snake room is 80 max. Yeah, that's about what I run ball pythons 9. So most of the time we hover right around 80, 83. And then I don't run humidity in my room, but I have a window that is open and I exhaust. So my humidity is pretty much relative based on
Take out.
what's going on outside.
So it's set at 78.
Yeah, well, that don't run.
Obviously, it's not running right now
Yeah,
because the room's 85.
It's just the
86.
racks. So this is all heat from the rack.
It's the room. It's the fan off. It's hot. So.
All right, where did we leave off?
All right. So the next clutch was I had high hopes for a different pairing this year, and it just did not work out.
Hi,
Hey,
how are you?
you know, hanging in.
Oh, nice. How are you? Oh, wait, we're doing snakes.
Oh, sorry.
I had an Xanthic het albino female. I wanted to put to an albino het Xanthic male and go for snows. He was too small. The next pairing would have been
Hi, from Leon.
the next pairing would have been a scaleless head het Xanthic, just to get scaleless head Xanthics and so forth. And same thing.
Yeah.
Didn't have it. So what I went with was albino enchi to the Xanthic het albino, just to make
100% snows.
100% and have the enchi in there. So the ratio was good. There was 9 eggs.
Is your beard sweating?
It's-
His beard is perspiring.
I'm enjoying all this now because it might be leaving on Tuesday, depending how.
That's right, baby. And Mama is happy, happy, happy.
So the results were good. Out of 9 eggs, there was 6 albinos.
Okay.
3 of them were albinos, and 3 of them were albino enchis. All 100% het for Xanthic. 2 of them, sorry, 1 of them was enchi and 2 normals, I believe. So we'll look at the albinos quick and everything. So happy with the results. Happy to get enchi into the mix.
Yeah, we had a
So,
quick statement or question
yeah,
there.
Ball Pythons 9 says I do room temp 78 to 80, warm in for the hatchlings 83, 84, 84, 86 for adults, and up to 89 for gravid females.
I definitely would like the temperatures a little less right now. Right now we have the door closed. I guess we could have it open, actually. So I do try to keep the room a little cooler. I don't have the incubators in it this year. I have done that in the past. The room is small. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties. The room is small and it heats up well.
Yeah, 9, we are up north. We're in Connecticut. And I do let the outside air in. My stuff is on a second floor, so it's easy for me. Dan, however, we're
Has to
here,
Open.
is in a basement, and it's a little more challenging to
Yeah.
get a good cross flow of air so that you could do that. There are a couple windows, but they're behind there, and you can't quite open and close them. They are kind of buried, so to get any kind of cross ventilation is kind of tough down here. But again, the alternative is he has a really nice space, a great room for doing this stuff in.
So won't really go through all of them because there's
They're
3 and
similar.
3. But you have the albinos and then you have the enchi albinos. If I could get one to open up.
Yeah, that's nice. So Ball Python's line does his in like half a garage. That's where his snakes kind of reside.
So again, good results all in all. 9 eggs, 6 albinos.
Yeah. And this is kind of a good look. So we can look at those head stripes here, and you see the hook is a little different on the one on my right, but not too much different from the one on the left, but you get this big amp of color, and that's all the Enchi bringing that in. Again, it's kind of hard to reverse your brain
This one's got
to think that these whites are actually black. So it really kind of changes the game when you start looking at some of this albino and lavender stuff. You almost have to reverse engineer what you're looking at sometimes to see some of these genes. So those heads again look similar. Nice little hooks there, really clean. And if you didn't know better, you would say, hey, that's Enchi because it gets a little fatter and it hooks. And then you come over here, and the hook is just ever so slightly more. And you can see that comes almost all the way back to the back, the stripe that starts. And that one just kind of stops a little short. And then you get this massive, dense amount of like this orange yellow here. So
Just as
definitely a little different.
comparison quick for people that are unsure. So this is a lavender albino. So you got albino, lavender albino, and then the Enchi just to play in too. So obviously the colors are amped up. There's more orange versus the yellows. The whites are
Different. You can see
crisper.
nice paper color here.
right.
And this is already a little more lavender. The oranges pop a little better. So just the difference between albino and lavender is kind of
Nice like
kind of
gold
drastic.
edging.
Yeah, you get a lot of this like flaming coming around the alien heads there, and then as you look back over here, it's just pretty standard. Maybe a little bit of what I call like pearlescing or whatever toward the bottom, but definitely not like the lavender. That lavender looks really good.
So that is currently it for the new stuff that's separated.
And all shed out, right? That's
And all
everything.
shed out. Started having meals and everything.
Well, you know what? I got to take a timeout
Yep.
because I need another drink. It's so so warm. You're more than good. Please don't get up. Yeah.
And while you're doing that,
Pull out these other snakes.
so the next ones
Nope.
Do you like?
will basically be ones that came out this past week. Still in shed, not swapped out yet, so the bins are damp. There's sheds in there just waiting for them all to shed out, so I could take a look at them. I can put them in their own bins.
Hello, I want to look at your belly while you talk.
Trust me,
Mason,
I suck
Because
at
there's 4 hands over here that can run the camera, and nobody can manage to do it because I went to get a beer. So.
Candino pieds, yes, they are a thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
it. Absolutely.
Yep,
It's a lot of work,
but they are there.
but you can definitely do that.
I think Ozzy this year is doing a lot with candy and pied and stuff. He's got a lot of
It's
heads.
more candy, right? I think.
I think
I
the,
don't
the candy. I don't know about Candino, but they're definitely cool.
For sure.
A lot of work. So, okay.
Yeah, trade winds. I would join you in that bourbon, but man, I'm just dying some refreshment. So
Nice rye going.
we did this one last night. Yeah, this is a questionable label here, but Rainbow Gravy. Again, this is another local brewery. 7.5, so it's not really labeled as a double, but it's almost. I really like this IPA. It's really good. It's easy to drink, and I need the quenching from the heat. All right, let's go.
Okay. So this week and last week, everything basically, some of them are head building blocks and stuff.
Yep. So you
Nothing really,
cut some eggs. They come out of the egg, and now you're waiting for them all to shed out.
So we'll go through some of these quicker than other ones.
Yeah.
So this clutch was a burgundy albino to a leopard, just to make hets.
So building for the future.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
There's a project I'm working with. I needed at least a male out of this, and definitely got a male.
Yeah.
So out of them, if we remember our count earlier, I'm pulling the leopards out quick.
Are they?
Some of them are still in shed.
They all look like they're in shed.
There's like one or two, maybe three.
That's a still in shed.
Yeah, they're just not grayed out anymore.
Yeah, they've like
So-
come down off the end of it.
This is probably one of the earlier ones. So I think, what did we say? Yeah. So I think out of this, leopards, and then normal.
And these are all het for Ultramel,
These are going to be
or
het
burgundy.
for burgundy albino. It's going to be a
which
different
is
line.
proven to work with Ultramel as well.
So definitely good odds at least getting the leopard into it.
How many girls? How many boys? Girl.
I needed a boy.
Oh, okay.
It's not a secret, I guess you could say. JT from Reptichip did a similar breeding this past year that I talked to him about because it's something I was shooting for, and now that I saw the snake, I was like, yep, I have to do it. So these, one of the males will be used to a spot nose het burgundy.
Yep.
To make leopard spot nose burgundies.
Okay. Yeah, so kind of like a Batman, but no clown and just burgundy.
Yeah, he did the Ultramel. He did the Ultramel line.
Yeah.
So again, maybe a little difference in the
Different line of the same thing, butter lesser or whatever. Yeah.
Do you have any plans for like super leopard burgundies?
Don't know. That would be a little bit of time.
Yeah.
But, more recent clutch that came out. This was a killer clown, which is a super pastel clown, just to a normal het clown. Again, just trying to put some clowns on the ground.
Clowns on the ground.
And out of 6 eggs, there was 2 clowns. The rest were pastels. These are pastel clowns, and they're all in shed because
Yeah, it's just where they're at. They look good, man. Like I looked at one of them. I almost thought there was yellow belly in there, but it's not in the mix.
And then some nice pastels. So the majority of this will be available at some point.
2
Just
years in front of me with the clowns. I'm telling you. We'll see what happens. I got 3 chances this year, though. We'll see.
I got 2 more clown clutches that came this past week.
Shut up.
Just punch him.
I mean that in the nicest way possible.
Again, we'll go through it quick. This was the one we cut.
So we have a question. What's your favorite in the whole collection?
What's my favorite? This one.
I think you guys kind of just saw it.
Yeah, the one she had out.
This is Sunny,
Sunny, and what is Sunny?
and she lesser pastel spider.
Oh, and you rattled that off really good. And there you go, Angie. Lesser pastel.
He's my favorite. We've had him since day one.
Why is
Well,
it?
almost day
Is that
one.
why he's your favorite? Because you've had him from the beginning, or what makes him your favorite?
I don't know. He's very docile. I can.
Speaks to you.
He speaks to me. But no, like he'll just sit with me. That's what I want.
Dan the clown.
Nice.
Sit with me.
Nice.
Mike. Dan the clown man.
I like Dan the Clown, especially with that hairdo, because it just kind of fits.
You dye it red.
Yeah, snakes are the best.
Ow!
Oh, you got tagged,
nice
and I
roll.
missed it.
You always miss them.
I do. I was.
Hey, fine.
Oh,
All
stick
right.
your hand in there, Matt.
All right.
I dare you. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
All right, so this clutch,
Hey, hey you.
Whoopa!
there might be puzzle in that.
Look at that. Show him the blood. Go ahead.
Right, just from the
This
Battle
snake-
wound.
battle wounds. Got to go to the ER.
Sorry, it ain't gonna hit you. I got this is the-
One that hit me.
Oh, that's the one that hit you?
Yeah, keep track. All right,
They're both a little feisty.
so this was the only visual.
The beard shave. So now you're shaving your beard as well. Did you realize that?
I don't know, but he did.
Mama would be not so worried if that happened.
I don't mind the beard. Cut the hair.
Oh, okay. There you go.
This is
A bald beard guy.
Ultramel het caramel. The pairing was a Camarillo.
Both, maybe.
Nope.
We'll find out on Tuesday. Full shave.
Oh. I
Shave
thought
it
you
all.
meant snake.
Both.
They don't care about the snakes no more. They want to see you shave your head.
We need to start putting like a donational thing to this. Like, let's raise money or something.
for the COVID-ness or whatever.
Oh.
To the starving pygmies in New Guinea.
I'm going
Sorry.
home.
Shave a baby ball python coming out of the egg.
Into
All right, so the next 3 clutches were the better ones. Very excited about the odds.
Sonny's everybody's favorite.
Good.
Donna Monroe.
So
Go fund my hair.
where to start? I'm ignoring it at this point.
go fund my hair.
That's funny, Mason. I like it.
All right, we'll go
All right,
with-
here's some heat. Well, we're gonna get we're never really serious, but
Shakalaka.
So
yeah, we're gonna get some eye candy here.
some are still in shed,
Dan, the bald beard clown man.
and there's another side thing to this clutch.
Leave
that
the
we'll
kid
get
alone.
into.
Let him keep his hair.
Who said that?
Lou balls, you got a new friend,
Thank
man.
you. Thank you.
You got somebody on your
I
side.
need a shirt that says like protect the hair or something.
All right, I was jabberjawing too much. What do we got here?
All right. So this clutch,
Python 9's laughing.
if any of them bite Matt,
I hope so. Maybe.
this clutch was a sugar
Tickle its
to a cinnamon, coral glow, enchi, possible pastel, pin. So I said that last part wrong. Pin, possible pastel. Right off the bat, the whole debate of allelic when it comes to cinnamon and enchi. This is a different male that I've done this year, but I have a female that's gone the last 3 years with no normals. It's been all cinnamons and enchis. This is another clutch that if somebody wants to say different, I'm glad to hear from them. But as far as I'm concerned, everything has cinnamon or enchi. And there's another bonus to this clutch. So the coral glow,
Are any of these females?
I didn't look at the other ones outside the coral glow combos, but the coral glows, out of the 4, there is a female out of a male maker clutch.
Somebody has a prediction. Blackhead and spot nose, allelic. What's your thoughts there?
I don't have blackheads, so I couldn't tell you where to start on that, but
Well, we got blackhead and spot nose.
Be
but they're both
interested.
boys.
Yeah, they're both boys. And this year will be our first season, this season coming, that we're going to actually produce some blackhead stuff.
these ones
So-
are very active. So we'll go through them quick.
Yeah.
Pinstripe enchi. Very nice pattern down the back, in shed currently.
Stay there, you
Pinstripe
squirmers.
enchi out of shed.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else for sugar or anything like that. Obviously, no cinnamon. Yeah, keep an eye on them. Sugar enchi.
Mason, I'll try to touch that in a minute. I don't know if I'll have the Y.
Enchi. And then we'll get more into these.
Yeah.
All right.
So those are the normalish ones. Banana and coral glow are basically the same gene. These guys are all out of control here.
Stay. Sit.
But banana and coral glow are essentially a butter lesser type of deal. They have proven compatible. Essentially the same thing. They came out of 2 different facilities at the same time, and to my knowledge, it's the only gene at this point that is sex linked.
Yep.
So, and to the best that we've been able to prove, I think Gavin is doing a little something with trying to prove temps to have an impact on sex ratios. But genetically, if you have a female ball python, she's going to give you a 50-50 mix of males and females, theoretically. If you have a male that comes from a female, that male will be a female making banana ball python, And if you have a male that came from a male, it will be a male maker. So ideally, if you're going to buy a male banana or coral glow from a female, because the odds are that that male is going to produce all females that are banana, if that's what you're looking to keep. It's also a great way to kind of segregate a clutch. So if you're looking to not have banana in the mix, but you want to pull out a gene from a pairing, you can put, so for example, I have a banana adder spider that I'm putting to a normal female this year because I want to pull the adder out, and I feel that it's going to be a little too difficult to see in banana, never producing it before. So by doing that, the females, which is what I would want to keep, would be adder with maybe spider, but I don't have to worry about the banana component just because of the sex linking if I'm going to keep an animal. So anyway, back to what you got here.
Okay.
What are we looking at?
So this one to start is going to be Coral Glow Cinnamon.
And it hasn't shed yet, correct?
This one, no.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to actually put them away because they're just going to freak out.
Okay.
Worm all over the place.
Yeah.
So then we'll go to this one. This is a Coral Glow Cinnamon Sugar.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, look at
That's
that.
great.
Look at that side.
It's almost like
Yeah, it looks just
Oh, kinda like-
crazy. Yeah, that looks really good. Yeah.
And so far, boy, we'll keep going. So now, this would be a Coral Glow Cinnamon Pinstripe. Sorry, Coral Glow Enchy Pinstripe.
Yeah, it looks good.
really, really orange.
Okay. The last one that Matt's holding.
Ahi is a type of tuna. AHI. What's AHI?
Always have it.
No, I don't know.
All right, now you're just making stuff up.
So this one is a Coral Glow Cinnamon Sugar.
Oh, already had it.
And this one is, I was debating about if this one was Enchy. I'm going to go with Cinnamon. But this one's not going anywhere because this one's also a girl. So out of clutch sets, all boys for the Coral Glow. This one's a girl. We did not sex the other ones to see if the rest of the clutch was girls.
Of the
So we can do that quick. But yeah, this one was definitely.
What's going on, Dosh Schwab? Welcome. And to Mason, again, that's the component of, rhetorically, why is the sky blue? I mean, scientifically, I think we can answer that now. Why do bears shit in the woods? Because that's where they spend most of their time. Why are clouds white? Why is, water wet? It's kind of, and I hate to be silly about it, but it's really the unknown component of banana coral glow. Like, why are they the only ones that are sex linked? I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer for that. But to my knowledge, at this point in time, the banana and coral glow gene
Right there.
are the only ones that are sex linked, where you can build the whole breeding program around what you want to get out of the combos or put into the combos that are going to have banana or not have banana or coral glow. What's going on, Dave? Welcome. Nice catch, Matt.
Thanks.
Snatched that one right out the air. So yeah, Mason, I'm not trying to be douchey about it, but it's at least at this point with 350 some odd different genes in the ball python species, it's the only gene known that is sex linked. So it's kind of an anomaly, and I couldn't even begin to tell you why. I'm not a geneticist, and I know how it works, but I couldn't tell you why it is the way it is.
So last clutch, I missed on last year. Due to some circumstances that happened in my area, I ended up losing power and I lost the clutch. So this year I went again. Whether the genes confirmed or not, I don't know. There's so much speculation, but either way, they all look awesome. The pairing was a pastel orange dream yellow belly to an Enchi pastel lesser malum.
True doggy.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
I'm liking it already.
Some of them already shed out. There's a couple others that still have to shed, but I don't know what to do with the clutch.
You're gonna keep it.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna
Pretty
happen.
much, 'cause they're just
Because damn, they look good.
Yeah. Because if you don't, I'll slap you and then I'll keep them.
I love those.
Yeah, these guys are just crazy. Well, let's do it one at a time if we can,
You want to do
and then
shut up first?
I'll
And
do
then-
sheds
and then
first.
you can tell me what you think you got.
That one looks what?
That one's still shiny. That
That's
one
what I'm saying.
hasn't-
Shedding first.
Oh, shedding.
So
Yeah.
this
Non-shedding.
one, I don't think there's not a separate malum animal in here. So there's no way
There's
for us to
no
show you the
normals
single
in
gene.
this, and
Yeah.
there's no single genes in this. This was a great clutch all the way around. So, my best guess, there's pastel, there's lesser,
I can see that.
yellow belly.
Maybe malum.
I'm not even gonna guess on the.
You know what?
I'm gonna be like everyone else. Everything's malum.
I agree with the yellow belly. I can see the yellow belly.
Right now it's in shed, but I'm gonna say probably no orange dream. Or no Enchi, maybe orange dream.
Definitely, I would agree with the no entry based on what we're looking at for head stamps.
But possibly the OD. Maybe.
Yeah, I could swing OD. There's some like orange flaming, and again, this animal hasn't shed yet, so
Right.
you know the true color hasn't even come in. A lot of times they're going to keep generating color until they're like 400 or 500 grams or more. But typically, most of the color flushes by the time they have their second shed, not necessarily their first. But that's a pretty decent look at that color there. There's some good amount of orange there, which I think is being lent by the OD. And unfortunately, I'm also leaning toward malum on this, and it's hiding a lot of like what I would expect to see from the OD on the belly.
We'll do a comparison one. This one's in shed as well.
Yeah, on the head stamp, Dave, for sure. But on the belly, the OD still kind of shines through. So
So this one, very comparable.
yeah, but a
Could
little
even
different.
be the same, but
Look at these. Look at this head stamp. Hooks around, connects to the back stripe
This one
over
doesn't.
here on both sides. It misses it. I mean, they're little details. It doesn't quite connect here, but that could be a telltale. And I don't. We have malum, and we have a girl that just laid eggs with it.
Yep.
But we have no experience with it either. So Dave thinks this one looks enchy as well.
and I was thinking that.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that. Connected.
So
Yeah, the second one. This one
I
here,
think these ones shed.
which also kind of is
Yeah, that's
leaning
what
OD-ish.
All right, so these ones are gonna go back.
A lot of good color there. Nice dorsal stripe. That was a great looking
So
animal.
Now we're getting into the ones that shed.
And believe it or not, oh dude,
And then look at the.
this
Connection
animal.
up
This
here.
look at that head. Hooks back, connects on both sides. Yeah, that's in his book, Lou Balls, where he basically a Harlequin line that was consistently proving for him, and he renamed it Malum.
Right.
But even the Harlequins are, you know, really challenging to identify by themselves. It does not have bald in it.
Ours.
You want to go
ours
through the
does.
pairing again?
This
We're
is
not. We're talking about this animal.
Yeah.
this is a pastel orange dream yellow belly to an Enchi lesser pastel malum.
Yeah, that's a good looking animal. And it's super soft on the eyes.
It is.
It
Very
shows
creamy.
a little bit right there with all this like soft blurriness around the alien heads. This is a great looking animal. Uh-oh.
Creepy.
Here's a level up right here.
There's another
What's the
one
difference
right
here?
somewhere.
Take care, Trade Winds. Thanks for dialing in. Appreciate it, man.
This one may be the super. Gonna say.
Yeah, we'll have to take a look at that, Lou Balls, and see if that kind of dials it back and helps us out. Yeah, we'll be here 9 for sure. Super pastel.
I would say based on the head,
Yeah, for sure.
blushed out.
Super pastel OD lesser.
Maybe yellow belly.
OD something.
OD?
I don't know. That's going to be the. You'll just have to put the
clutch
the
is just
nerd
gonna
price tag on them,
Oh yeah.
and
This
then just
one's
say
yellow belly.
you get this and that, and that's what happens.
That one's definitely got yellow belly.
Oh yeah, for sure. You see it from a mile away. Here you go. You can see that. That's yellow belly screaming in the middle of the video right there, just like off the chart. And super pastel, probably not inchy. The last one was probably inchy
I'm
with the
thinking
head
that,
stripes. Yeah. Whether it has malum or not, like who knows?
They're
but
just
like
they're
so, if you
nice.
think about what you've seen before, so super pastel, yellow belly, definitively. Is there inchy? Probably not based on pattern in the head stripe. OD could do some of this, and this Harlequin or Malum could kind of be in the mix here. I mean, that's a keeper animal. Is that a boy or a girl? Oh, and check your skills,
Gonna
bro.
Put me on.
Oh, right on spot.
Girly girl.
Girl. What up, Mark? Welcome. Not to my experience, not always, but I've also not made I've not made a ton of super pastel enchies. So
This one, just the orange on it. is
yeah,
killer.
look at those flames. Oh, can you roll that on its side just so I can get a little more light on it? Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. That's where it's at. Look at that. Now that's flame right there. Fire orange. Oh, dude, that is a beautiful animal.
And it's a girl.
Yeah. Does that fit in my pocket? I think it does.
Hold on. Let's see. Crawling.
I got something in my front pocket for you.
Well, I'd rather have this in my front pocket for you. Yeah, definitely really nice.
I'll take this one.
And it's only going to get better as it ages.
So I know the person I got the OD from, the OD pastel yellow belly.
Dave says, well, you can't hide it in your hair, Jim. True statement.
And after Tuesday, hopefully Dan won't be able to hide in his either.
Yes.
This would be something for you. This would be something for you. Is there's question with the OD that I have, that male that produced this stuff and everything, if
Yep.
there's possibly extreme in the mix too.
Oh, hey.
So there's,
Can we look at it?
we can look at the male. I don't know extreme.
Well,
you're working.
I have 2 animals that I purchased as babies, grew them up, and I now have 2 clutches. So I wouldn't call me an ex. Wow, that looks really good. And what is this?
So that's pastel orange dream yellow belly. That's the male for this clutch.
Yeah.
And while you're looking at that,
Dude, that thing just glows. Glows.
where's your head?
Yeah, just hold it like that.
Doesn't have that really large.
That's
marking.
tough. Well, it's tough though because the
Yeah.
pattern is really blown out.
Yeah. Very, very bright.
So have we looked at these babies that are maybe what you're thinking extreme?
That clutch right there
The one we just
would be the one currently.
Oh, with
I'm,
all the
I'm not saying
oh, with all the craziness in it.
right.
Oh,
I'm not
good
saying
Lord.
yes or no. I'm saying this male based on someone else's pairings and stuff, and
That's a nice.
some of the babies that come from the same original male.
I like that hook.
Mm.
That looks good.
So this would be the female of the clutch. This is the Enchi Lesser Pastel Malum.
Nice. Yeah, that looks good. I like that really like blocked out kind of high color contrast pattern. Yeah, it looks really good.
So definitely was excited with that pairing this year.
Yeah, it's a good clutch and it looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. Like with that super pastel
Yep.
that's in there, it kind of blows a lot of that out. And to try to see extreme, like, again, it's not great always producing single gene animals, but if it's a gene you're just starting to work with, it's kind of nice to have that single gene animal so you can look at it and say, okay, this is what we're kind of looking for, plus, what it may do to other things. It just kind of helps you build everything up, going forward.
Absolutely. So
Whew.
that is currently it for what's out. There will be clutches coming in the next week. Aside from that, only other things would be some updates. The pastel possible head puzzles from you. Those girls are looking awesome.
Oh, we can see those.
Yeah. I'll get bit.
The Aussie
with those.
steak.
Oh, all right.
You'll definitely get bit.
Nice. Let's see it. I want to see it.
I'll take a bite.
Go ahead.
What's up, girlie?
Ooh, hissy, hissy.
Hi.
So for a classic pastel, this girl just beams. All the yellow coming up from the belly is just absolutely ludicrous.
And these are
Yeah, and-
66%. So
Yeah.
Well,
I think
they are, but we have a pastel het
Male.
male that looks just like this. Actually, these guys look better than he does. So I'm confident that both of these girls are going to prove out. Thanks, Titan. But you can
I forget who
see,
they came from.
yeah,
I don't know who those
Dave said Dan stole those from me. But like this color is just like off the chain. What up, girl? You want to come say hi? Yeah.
Taste.
Is that what you're saying? Taste the rainbow. She looks pretty good. So puzzle tends to do like really amp stuff up, especially with pastel, and it also tends to like
Hey.
amp up the aggression just a hair.
Get over here.
So they like to snap like that. They will bite you. The good thing about that is they eat really well. So I forget how
Make sure she
old
doesn't go off the table.
how old are these girls now?
They're.
They were 8/15/2019.
Yeah,
Oh, so almost
so a bit. Puzzle's been around for in the neighborhood of like 8 to 10 years. However, and maybe even a little longer than that. I think it was primarily housed, for the lack of better words, by Sean Bradley. And he was very selective with who he would sell it to and, how it was bred. It was really not produced a lot. And then as he started to get out of the business, he sold off a ton of stuff. And lots of people got a hold of it and really started working with it. So now we're really starting to see, fruits of all these guys' labor, gals' labor, guys and girls, whatever, that are producing a lot of these. We've seen banana puzzles and pastel puzzles. I think we've even seen desert ghost puzzles, pastel desert ghost puzzles.
gosh.
So
Puzzles
we're
are
really starting to stack some of the stuff up on the puzzle gene.
I think he started. I think it was early mid 2000s when he started working with the puzzle.
I'm not really sure. Lou Balls was just saying that he picked it up from I think it was the Barkers, but again, I'm not 100% on the whole lineage. I know Sean had the majority of it for the longest time and really kept it kind of reserved and just didn't blow it out. Really worked the project very well. And then once he had a feeling he was getting out of the ball python game, was kind of selling it around, or selling off his animals and hatchlings and stuff that he would have normally kept, and that's when we really started to see a lot of these combos really kind of explode. So what do we got here? What are we looking at?
All right, so this one's a mouthful, and there's debate, obviously, on what's there because of what you can see.
And what is it?
What's the mouthful?
This is a Super OD
Yep.
Firefly
Okay.
Leopard
Yep.
Mojave,
Woo.
66% het pie.
Just so you know, I'm cutting out your bugs so we can't see them.
I can see them on the TV.
That's a big schnoz.
Sorry, 50% het pie.
Wow, that's a lot of snake.
And it's from who?
This one is from Ozzy.
Woo!
Yep. This is a girl, so got a little bit longer to go and find the right male to pair to her.
Well, hopefully she'll breed for you. Because mine's kind of being a pain in the butt.
Got to put on some Barry White. There's
We haven't
secrets
done
of this
that yet.
industry.
Yeah, we
That's
haven't.
right. Let me write that down. I'll put it in my phone. Oh wait, I'm using my phone.
So yeah, definitely a powerhouse, even without the pied.
I mean that's crazy power, and it's a good looking snake. But
Yeah.
you picked up a different animal at Tinley in October,
At
and
the same time.
I actually like that animal better. And it didn't come from Ozzy, even though it was on the same table. Can we take a look at that one, and you can tell us about that one?
Yep. And the only other thing that could possibly be in this
Yeah.
is Enchi or Yellow Belly.
Imagine if it was both.
Imagine if it was all.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Ooh, and you are looking great.
Yeah. Okay. That's my sign to hide it. Wow, dude, that is just ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Holy cow.
So.
Yeah, that's not what. That's definitely not what we're looking at.
Heyo.
What?
Oh.
There we go.
This is a Ghost Ultramel, 66% het pied male, which I am really trying to pair to a pied Ghost this season, but might have to wait. I'll flip them over when you get a second.
Oh, there's tracks for days. He's gonna prove. Track.
And this
And
came,
track. Dude, what are you doing?
My phone fell.
You startled me.
this came from Eric Martinez,
Nice animal, dude.
which works with Ozzy.
I mean, I love the Aussie snake, but like, dude, this is another
Another.
level right here.
Now, when I was at Ozzy's table between Eric and Ozzy, I got the two, but I got a third as well, just
What?
to add in.
Did I see this?
So this one, because
The-
I needed a couple males at the time.
LKB said he'd like to get into the Grim or Monarch.
Monarch.
So there is question if Grim is same as Shredder. I've looked at both. I can't tell you because anything in that granite complex, I think they're like similar but different. But like Nanny and Shredder and Sapphire and Nova, like
You're so close, yeah.
they're tough. So this one was a little small for this year, but he'll be going next year. That's an Odie Clown
He's still small for this year?
for this
Oh, previous year.
for what I had
yeah,
for pairings and
yeah.
stuff.
Gotcha.
Because I have an Orange Dream Het Clown female that was already paired this season.
And this is a.
And didn't go.
And what is he?
So that is an Orange Dream Clown from Ozzy.
Now, we were talking at Tinley, and I know you were looking at a different animal.
At the time I was.
Yep. And what was that? What was that animal?
At the time I was looking at a pastel Orange Dream Leopard.
No. You were looking at a
Clown.
different OD clown.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were asking about the other craziness I was looking at.
No.
I was looking at a Orange Dream Enchi Clown. And
On a different table from
on
somebody
a different
else.
table, and I had several people look at it. I won't say the table. Had several people look at it, and it was tough. It was very tough. Ozzy, who I already bought from and everything, and talked to him for the whole stay of the show because I was working the show, helping a friend out, Eric at EDR, Exotic Designs Reptiles. Ozzy gave me his honest opinion, and if you're going to talk Orange Dream and anything, you should talk to him.
Go to the horse's mouth.
And he said flat out, he goes, the price is right, but it's tough. He goes, what are you trying to get? Are you trying to get the Orange Dream? Are you trying to get the Enchi? Or both? If you lost one, what would you rather lose?
Right.
It was very tough. So at the end of it all, I said, you know what? I'm not going to play the gamble. I want the Orange Dream. I can sacrifice the Enchi, you know. So that was...
So we had a question that came through chat there.
It was thoughts on confusion versus acid, and which you'd choose, even if they're the same.
So I have none. I believe from the talk, confusion, acid, and static are all in the same, and some refer to them as the same, and some say they're different. Justin is working a lot with confusion. If you're talking building blocks and everything like that, that would be a good project to get into. But acid, there's a lot going on with that too, so it would be kind of tough.
Yep.
I don't know because I haven't played with any of them.
And I kind of agree with you. I definitely think all three of those genes are going to prove out to be the same if they haven't already. I think the decision that you have to make is really kind of marketing based in who you, through marketing, want to get in bed with, right? So if you're going acid, you're going to jump on the marketing platform of Josh Jensen because that's where the acid come from. If at least at this point, if you jump on the confusion bandwagon, you go that road, you kind of get the ride, the coattails of Justin a little bit. The other one hasn't really been worked all that much, at least that I'm aware of. So, you really have to wager, what you're going to pay for an animal, and then what you're going to decide to go with as far as a marketing component. If I spend the extra money and I pick up confusion, I know because Justin is working the confusion line that the marketing behind it is going to be exponential and crazy.
Right.
If I go acid, the marketing will be good, but it is definitely not going to be what Justin brings to the table. So, when you come down to that kind of thing, and you're going to spend, because both of them are relatively big money, you're going to spend big money on an animal. That's the kind of stuff you got to look at.
It's a crazy head stamp.
Yeah. And very probable as well. Miguel's into the acid side of things. I believe he has confusion too. Pretty sure he got that from Justin. So there's definitely a couple avenues he's working with. So and maybe as they start to cross them out, prove them out that they're definitely the same thing, it may not matter much.
Bought it.
Oh, you bought it?
Yeah, I needed another male.
What is this?
So this is a yellow belly clown male.
Yeah, you can clearly see that right there. You add spot nose to this and pastel to this, and you won't be able to see crap.
I have a pastel spot nose het clown female.
Pastel spot nose het clown. Yeah, let's see it. Because I technically have the same thing.
I have a...
Oh, no, yours is het clown. Mine is a visual, so
I
that don't help me. Never mind.
Pastel double het clown Azantic, pastel spot nose het clown, and leopard het clown.
Texas. Washington. California. Oh, yeah, I thought we were just spitting out random shit. I am sorry.
Missouri.
Missouri. Arlington. There's another comment that came up there. You read that? Let's see the example.
The price right now is comparable confusion versus acid.
Yeah, relatively,
Yeah.
but you like when you're going to drop whatever dollar value it is to get into that project. My point is, if you're going to buy confusion, if the price is the same, you know the marketing genius behind it is Justin. You're probably going to benefit from some of that at some point down the road. You know, not that Josh isn't pushing his stuff and breeding stuff. I've seen the stuff he makes. He makes amazing combos and animals, but you know, you'd have to be almost ignorant to say that, you know, Justin isn't a marketing genius. So again, if you're going to spend the same amount of money, you know, do you go acid or do you go confusion? You know, because, you know, as a breeder, it doesn't matter because we know the difference. But it comes down to, you know, JD Constriction said this, you know, it's a litmus test. And it's not just what you see, it's what you believe. And to the people that are going to, you know, look at this and spend money, and if they research it and they see this magnitude of stuff behind the confusion, and then they see a little bit behind acid, and the price is the same, more than likely they may go confusion. I don't know. I'm just kind of, you know, thinking out loud here. I have no idea. But anyway, what are we looking at?
So
I'm going on a rant. This is my Billy moment.
I'm showing Matt snakes just because he hasn't been here in a long time, if ever. So now we're just kind of we're picking around. We kind of lost the feed.
I was gonna read. I was just waiting until he was done talking.
So this one is an Exantic het clown female.
Nice.
Did
you pick it up from Eric?
I bought into the Exantic clown project, and with the help of Eric at EDR.
Thanks, Vic, man. That means a lot right there, brother. I appreciate it.
There was a couple pickups I did. So I have the Exantic het clown female here. I have a double het Exantic clown female. And then I have a blade clown het Exantic male that
And which line of Exantic do you work with?
this is all VPI. So this was
That was the smartest purchase you ever made. Just like
which one?
the VPI line of Exantic. Because that just so kept us segregated so we can't share animals at all.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, that was accidental. See, I started with the lavender.
Just messing with you, dude. Like
Exantic was tied to it. And,
Oh, you only got two. You can get rid of them.
what's that?
Oh.
VPIs.
Oh, he's way deeper than that.
Yeah.
No,
His whole snow project
hang on.
is VPI.
Yeah, lavender het Exantic, lavender snow Exantic. So that's Exantic. 2 double hets. Double het Exantic pied.
Yeah,
And that clutch will be hatching August 1st, I think.
You're gonna possibly hit some
Possibly some lightnings.
Nice.
So I shifted gears quick. I'm Exantic deep.
Yeah. Hey.
Exantic het albino.
What can I say about Python's 9? I wasn't as lucky to have a mentor to that magnitude. Actually, I didn't have really any mentors, to be honest. A lot of the stuff that I know and kind of practice is just been from, you know, watching YouTube, doing research, figuring stuff out on my own. You know, even in the beginning, it was tough to figure out. Is she gravid? Oh, she's gravid.
Yeah.
So yeah, I paired this one.
Yeah, and she's got eggs.
My mentor is the guy that's hiding behind the camera right now.
So I'll take her out only for a second. So that's a good sign. She was paired to a lavender het Exantic.
You need more lights in there, bro.
Somebody help me with these lights. I'm trying to remember the name.
Oh, these lights are great for seeing what you have in your racks.
So
You need
But
some video
for
lighting
video
on with
lights?
your
I'm gonna put her back because that's
Self-made spirit.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, it's, you know, like I'm comfy right now. You know, I kind of do my own thing a bit and
She's still eating.
still trying to figure stuff out myself.
She's pounding
I probably don't lean on the friends in the industry that I've developed enough. to help identify, animals and do different things. But yeah, Vic, for sure. She was gravid enough. You can definitely count the eggs.
He says she's still pounding food.
She's still
eating?
She's still eating. So that's tough.
How many eggs she got? You don't know?
She ate this week.
Here, you video this. We're gonna palpate this girl.
She ate this week.
You may feel a remnants of rodent in her belly.
Nah, not looking like that. Like she's gravid as all get out.
I mean, I'm agreeing, but
Yeah, that paunch. So that's paunch. What I call paunch.
Yeah, that
so even
right
though
there.
she's eating, there could be a rodent which would probably go to here, but it continues all the way to the cloaca. So I'm guessing that there's eggs in here. I'm gonna attempt to palpate her. I'm not great at this. But
he's definitely got better.
And I'll palpate my girls when they're larger. And so far, I've been pretty good at counting the eggs that they have. So we'll see.
He's been pretty.
Around the side.
He's been pretty dead on for most part.
Just,
He may be.
Really shoot. So right over, right here. So what you're gonna do is we're gonna get her head in the tub. We're gonna close this so she sees the dark, and then here I'm gonna push 2 fingers, and I'm gonna squeeze with my thumb.
Sounds like she's gonna poop. She just farted.
I'm not
One.
cleaning up aisle 5.
2. She stopped. 3. Yeah, there's definitely poop in there. 4, 5.
I'm stepping back.
6, 7.
Vic
So you got 7
Vic just called.
follicle eggs in there.
Vic called 7.
That's exactly what.
Yeah, that's what you just got.
So
I guess Vic.
write it down there, and when she lays, tell me if I'm right.
If he's right, he gets an egg.
I get my choice. Why are you showing my belly?
Because
That's not fun. There. Now I look buff.
no, actually, you see the always evolving. That's what's being shown. So
Good. I feel really kyphosis standing here like.
he's like butt sticking out, belly sucked in.
So with Matt, there was a couple others we were just looking at hold back from last year. He hasn't seen the clowns in a while.
I haven't either.
And then there was a pied pickup that I did as well that
What?
I haven't shown or anything.
Did you tell your wife?
She was the one that said, "Well, aren't you gonna buy both of them?" I thought I was only getting one.
Damn.
So
Man, she's just like buy snakes.
I'm
Good.
gonna get my wife on board. Here,
Same.
we'll do the pied first.
Oh, I need to get your wife on board. I need to get my wife on board.
Pickup or last
That's a
year?
pickup.
Pickup.
This is a boy for a project this year for actually the girl that I got from you guys that went this year.
I'm gonna be here. I want to video that cutting.
So that clutch already is going to be good this year because it's going to be a Firefly pied to an Enchi yellow belly pied possible het ghost. So that'll be a good clutch altogether.
Yep.
So
What's this? What's
this
this?
upcoming
What
year,
are we looking at?
this is OD leopard pied.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, for sure. I guarantee it. Like I see it all the way. Where did it come from?
This one came from EDR as well.
Yeah. Solid.
Good stuff all around.
And I know everybody's gonna look at this and go like, "How do you know there's leopard in there?"
You got the stripes up here, and then there should be like a lower stripe too, right?
Has nothing to do with the stripes up there. So yes.
Oop, battery's getting low.
So we're gonna have to cut this short because I
clowns
am
and
running out
that's
of
it.
battery. But like so here, so typically pieds you'll get a run of stripes up top on either side, and then you can look for 2 pieces that are going to be telltales. So this is a lower stripe. So you get 1 and 2. That's indicative of leopard. Or a great example with this animal is you get this what they call lightning bolts. So this is considered a lightning bolt, this here, and that is also indicative of leopard. So you definitely have both looks for leopard.
And then the orange stream just brightens.
And it's, you know, it's very orange, maybe not on your end, but here it looks like there's like a high intensity yellow belly going on here, which there's no such thing. But it looks really, really good. It just doesn't have the pixelation that you would see in a yellow belly. So it's definitely got to be the orange stream doing that. This is a powerful, powerful animal.
Vic was, your wife should mentor our wives, starting with mine.
No. I'm first.
All right, so with battery low, we'll do the 2 more and
Yeah, 2 more, and then we're going to call it before we get cut off incidentally anyway.
so these were the holdbacks last year. This was the clutch that you and I both were going back and forth with the same pairing. So this was lesser pastel yellow belly het clown to pastel clown.
And I believe that's one of our older videos too. I think we did
It
the
was.
cutting, right?
Yeah.
It was possibly, I think, the first cutting video and
We
first
did here.
video here.
Yep.
Yeah.
So these.
And I was really relatively pissed when I left.
So these were. It was done around 9/2, give or take, of 2019.
Oh, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, piss off, bro.
And the other hurt factor is these are both girls.
The hurt factors, they're just puzzle. Or not puzzle, but clown.
So we have, based on when they hatched, a pastel yellow belly clown female. And that one at the time I had listed as
Pastel Lester.
I had a killer clown. I did not
Killer.
have yellow belly in it.
Killer clown. Yeah.
So,
but Lester.
killer king clown. So that would be super pastel lesser clown.
Yeah. We'll look at the belly on the next one, but there's really no checkering there, which it could be masked when you throw in like a super pastel and lesser in a clown that's
When they're
really
hatched versus a little bit of weight.
Yep. And verse, like, you know, a gene that's really back driven. So clown is all about the dorsal and the head. So you can't see yellow belly really in the head or the dorsal. So that's kind of tough to see.
Cool looking
And
head.
then this one here has a great pattern.
And it definitely shows that yellow belly for sure.
Yeah. You can see the bright clown head there. So pastel clown. And then you can see all this little checkering going on here.
If it would hold still long
If
enough.
she'll comply.
So
Yeah.
I don't want
Oh,
to play
this-
with this one too long,
Yeah,
but as a
she don't
comparison,
like it.
All the stuff down here that you can kind of see as she's moving.
So-
Pause the
Compared to-
video.
compared to- yeah, right. Go back and pause the video.
so
Compared to just a pastel clown.
this one's gravid.
And not
So
only that, the color difference between the two. Now, mind you, this animal is about 500-600 grams, but the color difference between these two is pretty dramatic, and you'll see that with yellow belly. You may not be able to see the actual yellow belly, but the influence typically is color from the belly up. So if Matt pays attention to his camera and tries to get me an angle here, you'll see like a flame of yellow that just really kind of blushes up. I can see it looking back the other way. And at home, I have a pastel spot nose, probable yellow belly clown. And I'm pretty sure she is because her dorsal kind of looks like the other snake that we just saw. But her belly is crazy yellow coming up. And there's kind of a distinct line kind of about mid-belly. So I'm pretty sure she'll end up proving out yellow belly for me. But we'll see when we get there.
I already know my answer to this. But Leon is asking, if you add another recessive to clown other than pied, what would you add?
If it doesn't have to be something I own,
Or it could be something you own. What would you add to it?
if it doesn't have to be something that I own, I would like to throw Monsoon at clown. I mean, because to me, those two are just going to fight each other like mad.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that'd be kind of cool to see what happens.
Me being so obsessive with puzzle, I would throw puzzle. I was over here. You couldn't see it. I would do puzzle clowns.
Me, I've seen the Xanthic clowns, obviously, that's a project
Yeah,
I work with.
that would be another
but
one.
one step further, I've seen the lavender snow clowns. That's triple and powerhouse when it comes to a look or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a toss up because I really liked the genetic
I mean, if you're doing grails or if you're doing, you know, that like Xanthic clown, like that triple. I mean, you don't have to work the triple. And I think even like
you were talking to me
videos ago, Will Monroe from Royal Canadian Reptiles was talking about this. You know, the power of having a triple is not necessarily producing the triple; it's having a female that is diverse. Where you can go like 2 to 3 different ways with a triple. So, you know, you're going to breed one direction, another, or all three. Like there's a lot of diversity in that female. So to produce one of those, it's just, you know, clear power forever. And if you can put an incomplete on top of it, like Enchi or a leopard or a spot nose or something like that, it's just, you know, you're just blowing the lid off of things for future to come.
Out of what I have and what I would probably want to work with would be the genetic stripe. I tried that last year.
Yep.
It didn't happen to make the heads. But the other thing would be the burgundy, ultramel burgundy, stuff like that.
Yep.
Just seeing where that project goes, because I still think there's a lot to do with it. I'm starting to see some ultramel stuff come out now.
Nice.
And it's all about that right combination, and then the next thing you know, everything explodes.
Yeah, for sure.
Some things you throw in, and it's like, I can't really see it. We'll talk about lace, for instance. Lace has been around for how long? And then next thing you know, you do white lace and clown. It's like,
and they just flying off the shelf.
Right.
For
so
sure.
it's all about the right combo.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. And you know,
like what would
tri-stripe for me,
and a clown look like when they're fighting for that back?
Like who knows? You know, maybe it just amps it up and it's just super clean. You know, this year I got again hosed on another recessive project, but you know I went out and I bought an adult tri-stripe male. So he's gonna be a busy boy. Like I've got 8-9 pairings planned for him. So we're gonna, you know, work the 2 girls that are told to be het tri-stripe that have improved this year. And we're also going to work the 2 girls that are extreme, which is believed to be
possibly het tri.
Yeah, possibly tri-stripe stuff. And then I'm going to make hets. So I'm going to be running about 4 and 4. So possibly 4 clutches of visual, 4 clutches of building for the future. And we'll just have to see what happens. You know.
Definitely tough. It's not, as you've said, and so have other people, it's not a race, it's a marathon.
Yeah.
You know, it's building blocks and...
Yeah, I mean, you always feel like you're behind, right? Like, I look at stuff that, like, Miguel does, and Justin does, and Ozzy does, and, like, Gavin's doing, and even you look at some of the stuff, like, that Joel from State 48 and some of those guys are doing, and you're like, I'm just never going to catch up.
Right.
You know, but
it's not about catching up.
But you know, I'm kind of working my own path, my own direction. So it doesn't matter when I get there because I'm not going the exact same thing they are. I'm not following them. So my road's going to be different. And if you like what's a little different, you can't get it from them. So it doesn't matter where I am compared to them.
Right.
So I don't know. We'll see. But you know, we're about to totally lose battery here.
Yeah,
for sure.
So we probably should.
We're going to close this one out due to the lack of battery storage in my phone. Again, this is something that's done on our Moment lens attached to the iPhone 11. So all this video footage that you see is through a cell phone. All the pictures that you see that I post on Instagram, Morph Market, and on Facebook are all through my iPhone. So the thing of, oh, it's a cheap cell phone picture is not something that has to be. There's easy ways, not necessarily cheap ways, but easy ways to use your phone to make really good pictures.
Right. I was just gonna say it's the pro version, so that way we
Yeah.
it's got the
three
different
cameras.
lenses. Yep.
I don't use the 3 cameras.
You just use the one.
I use typically
Yep.
one, but it has really good cameras in it, and
Mhm.
I will typically I will attach one of the moment lenses to really just kind of punch it in and do really minor editing adjustments. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. Again, we're at Monroe Morphs. He's on Instagram at monroe.morphs. Definitely give him a follow, give him a like. Check out, I mean, you see some of the crazy stuff he has here, so definitely worthy of the follow. Are you on Facebook as well?
On Facebook, yep.
Yeah, on Facebook as well. That's right, because I like some of that stuff. If you're looking for YouTube content from him, you're going to have to follow us, because that ain't happening, at least right yet.
As of right now, due to time restraints and
Whatever.
also lack of knowledge, I guess. I'm just
And-
going to follow you.
And from Lou to you, he said, "Dan, stay strong. Long hair don't care."
Love it. Yeah, you'll have to come up with another really jiffy, neat, catchy slogan as of Tuesday, because he'll be cutting that thing.
Short hair don't care.
There's a lot of stuff coming right now. This is what's here, but based on what's in the incubator as well as that now, I will surpass another 2 racks at least
Yeah,
for this season. What's in the incubator already? So, a lot of cool stuff.
yeah, for sure. A lot of fun.
And that's
So,
what it's about.
Our next live stream
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday, and we are going to cut 2 clutches on Tuesday, which will have a clown clutch. So again, a chance for visual clowns. It'd be my
4th attempt.
4th or 5th attempt at visual clowns. Yeah, fourth.
4th. Yeah.
4th attempt at visual clowns. This animal did come from somebody else, so hopefully it proves. Again, was put to a visual clown male, so we should have good odds. We'll see. It's a firefly het clown to a pastel clown and a blade clown het lav. So we'll see what happens and who got that clutch.
And what's the jackpot clutch?
Yeah, this will be the telltale clutch of the whole season for me. It's the mini clutch. So mini is a pastel inchy leopard ivory 66 het pied to a pastel inchy leopard yellow belly het pied male.
Whew.
The doubles in here could be astronomical, and if we start mixing pied in the mix, holy crap, there could be some craziness. So Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, same time we do this whenever we do it. A lot of doo-doos in there.
Doo-doos.
We hope to see you all you guys there. Thanks again for grabbing a little bit of your Friday night with us. Really appreciate it. A little bit long. We like to do it long and drawn out.
That's fun.
That's the way we roll. But yet not anywhere near the longest video our live stream we've ever done. So
We're getting close.
Check that one out. I think it was like 2.5 hours. It was craziness. I had
Yeah.
people kept logging back in like, "Dang, you're still on."
And we're
Anyway, thank you for all your support, all the likes. If you all could do me a favor, go back and share that 1,500 subscriber video. Push the crap out of it. Get it out there.
we're so close.
Yeah,
We're
50,
20
50 subscribers away.
25. I just looked. We're 25 away.
So great milestones. 25 subscribers away. Push the crap out of that so we can give somebody a pair of het or double het albino pied animals. Like, go do it. It's up to you. Thanks again, and we'll watch you guys. Ooh.
I won't watch those guys.
Yeah.
They'll be watching us.
Yeah, if I didn't stop.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
We will catch you guys
Catch you guys
on the next
live
video.
stream Tuesday.
Peace.
Peace, y'all.